everybody, I'm Elyse Explosion, and welcome to a very fun video. At least I think it's going to be very fun. This is my Disney World haul video. This is all of the stuff that I have acquired, picked up, bought while we were on our trip. We've been back for like 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks now, and this video would have been out sooner, but we did use the ship to home feature that Disney World offers. So what we were able to do was we were actually able to ship a lot of our merchandise to home as long as we were able to hold on to the original receipts. And we had a lot of stuff that was oversized and just wasn't going to fit in our suitcases. They said that it would take about 5 to 10 business days, and it got there in about a week. So, you know, shout outs to all of the cast members that were so helpful and wonderful while we were there. Especially Beth, who was at both Pop Century and ABC Commissary. You were like the best, and I love you. So if for whatever reason you end up seeing this on the internet somewhere, you're awesome. Disney World cast members are like 90% of the reason why my trips to Disney World have been amazing, and I will go to bat for them every day of the week. But that being said, I'm going to start with some things that are not mine, but they are Mr. Explosion's, and he's graciously allowed me to show them to you. The first thing is this Disney 50th anniversary kind of like bowling shirt. And I'm just gonna like close up on the print because it's so cute. Mr. Explosion likes to wear a lot of these like the collared shirts, vaguely aloha shirts, but they're not really. But this one we found in the stores. There were a couple, I believe we got this one on Main Street. There were a couple that we liked, but the sizing selection was very limited while we were there. Not a lot of places to find 2Xs. It was a bit of a challenge, but this was very cute. I don't know the price of this offhand, because he's clearly worn it and I've washed it since then. So that's the first thing he picked up. The second thing that Mr. Explosion picked out and picked up is this adorable vinyl. It's called, what is it? It's the Little Ray of Tiki Sunshine, and it's Orange Bird and Jose from the Tiki Room, the Enchanted Tiki Room, which we love. We're big fans of the original like 1971 attractions. And the Tiki Room has just stolen my heart. Mr. Explosion loves Orange Bird too. So when we saw this, we were like, oh my gosh, we gotta have this. And it was only $35. I fully expected this to be like an art vinyl piece at Disney World. I fully expected this to be twice that. And I totally would have told him to get that regardless of it being $70. But this was an awesome find. The box did get a bit dinged, but, and then you can see on the back, there's the illustration of the vinyl with some of the Birds of Paradise from the Tiki Room itself. It's a good time. The artist for this is Maria Stuckey for the Wonderground Gallery, and I'm gonna have to do some more research into her because this is just adorable. Oh, what else do we, okay, the other, so the first thing is we got the sundae, Uncle Orville's sundae that comes with the bathtub. So we obtained the bathtub. And Mr. Explosion also got the Orange Bird shoulder sitter. I bought it for him because it was like the first thing I saw. And these things are really cute. Aside from like the giant tags they have hanging off the back that you probably got to clip. But they have a little magnet in their bums. And it comes with like a little magnetized plate. So what you do is you put the plate on your shoulder. And then you can just have them sitting there. I might keep him here for the rest of the video. We'll see if he stays. Because, well, you know what? Maybe I'll put one on both shoulders. Because I also obtained one of my own in such that it is Figment, who is the greatest. And Figment is... I love Figment. Figment is from Journey into Imagination. I have been a big fan of Journey into Imagination since I was a little kid. Since I went when I was a little kid. I'm not a huge fan of the new... the new one with Eric Idle, but whatever, doesn't matter. Look, I've got 2 friends on my shoulders! Let me get my hair in the front. Oh, this is stupid. I love it. So we'll keep them here. We'll see how long they stay on. They are fairly durable. We only saw one that got like... we got one that fell off. We saw one that had fallen off in in the Living with the Land, there was an orange bird kind of like floating off to the side that I felt really bad about. And when we were in Galaxy's Edge, a stormtrooper jokingly took the Figment off of a kid's shoulder and was like, is this purple dragon allowed to be here? Is he cleared? Does he have proper security clearance? It was very fun, very silly, very adorable. I think that is the majority of the stuff that Michael got for just him. But we kept the bathtub. It's very fun. This would probably be like a good size prop for a doll as well. I don't have any dolls on me at the moment. But the other reason I didn't do this video right away is because we brought another souvenir back from Disney World with us, and that was bronchitis. You can probably hear that my voice isn't fully back up to normal. But I got back and I ended up taking almost the entire week off due to illness. And that was with taking safety precautions. We did have COVID tests with us. We did test. It was not COVID, so thankfully it wasn't worse. But I digress. So now I'm going to go through. I've got 2 bags, some stuff on here, and then there's a giant box on the ground of stuff that we picked up. So I'm gonna start with this bag. So one of the YouTubers we follow that does a lot of like Disney park stuff is Paging Mr. Morrow, and Nate's a cool guy. We did not run into any Disney vloggers while we were in the parks. And that's fine. I'd like to let people do their own thing without interrupting them. But one of the things that he had mentioned to me, or not to me specifically, but mentioned in a video, was that in the China Pavilion in Epcot, they have a lot of interesting international potato chip and snack flavors. They also have them in Japan, but we have a lot of Japanese markets that we have access to. Like, I mean, I've been to Mitsuwa more times than I can count at this point. We're actually due for a trip, so maybe we can go. I'll have to see if the buns want to come with us, because that would be fun. I don't know if I've ever done a video at Mitsuwa, because ultimately it is a grocery store, but I'm digressing. So I picked out 3 chip flavors to try, and I'm going to be doing a video that is a taste test for these 3, but the first one is, this is Texas grilled barbecue flavor potato chips, and they're Lay's. And I like Lay's just as a general. I think they're a nice chip. I like the durability of such. And it did not get crunched, thank goodness. The next one I picked up is Cheetos, and these are corn on the cob Japanese steak style Cheetos. I like a nice meat flavored chip for some reason. I don't know why. And the final, I believe these are also Cheetos. Yes, these are Cheetos, and these are American style turkey flavor. So these are turkey leg flavored Cheetos. What? I'm so excited to try these. They're going to be a lot of fun, and so that video will be coming out later. Keep an eye out for that one. One of the other things that this was a joint venture. So I have been a longtime collector of pressed pennies. And I have a book that I keep all of my pressed pennies in. And actually, so one of the things that I picked up, this is a 2-parter. I got a Disney 50th pressed coin album. And it's really cute because it's on the front and there's Orange Bird there. And on the back is Figment over in Epcot. And then you open it up and you can see there's the Tree of Life and the Hollywood Tower Hotel. So there's actually a decent amount of space in here for pressed pennies. And there are penny machines all over the parks. To the point where if you go into the My Disney Experience app, which is the app that lets you like check wait times and if you're gonna buy a lightning lane and stuff like that, if you search for coin press machine, it shows you where they are in the parks. And I bought a lot. I got a lot of pressed coins. Some of them are specifically for the 50th anniversary. The other problem we had is that the machines take credit card, but only if you're going to buy all of the coins that are available in the machine. So each pressed penny is $1, which I think is kind of a ripoff to begin with. But then you can get all of them for like $3 or $5. So I don't want to think about how much money I spent on pressed pennies. But I did get some that are specifically for the Disney World 50th. There are some in here that are specifically for like the resorts that we stayed at, for resort singular that we stayed at. There are some that are for the different parks, some for different attractions, and I will pick out a couple of these at some point. There's the one in here. There is a Figment, an Epcot 50 or a 50th anniversary Figment that I was very excited to get, but it was there were a couple I got that were misprinted, which made me a little upset. Yeah, like one of the ones from the Polynesian Village was a bit squishy. But I digress. There's way more than can actually fit in here, so I will have to go through and put some in my actual photo or my actual coin press book. So I'm very excited to sort through that and see what I actually have. Another thing that I picked up because I am a pin collector, I didn't buy a lot with the intentions of pin trading. I don't really do pin trades. All of the pins that I had with me were single artists or artist pins that I picked up on Etsy, so I couldn't really trade them in the parks. But I did see for the 50th, they had a series of blind box pins. And instead of fighting with finding the one that I wanted out of the blind box, I picked this up on eBay afterwards. It is Madame Leota, who is my favorite character in any Disney attraction ever. She is from the Haunted Mansion, and you will see that I do have a good amount of Haunted Mansion stuff in here. But she's wonderful. She's awesome. This was like $15, I think. So that's better than buying like 4 boxes in the parks and hoping I get the one I actually want. We also got a reusable Disney 50 bag. It's got Mickey and Minnie on it, and then on the back it's got the 50th and the world's most magical celebration. This was very convenient to just carry some things around in, especially because in New Jersey they do not provide single-use plastic bags when you go to the grocery store or any store anymore at this point. So it's nice to have those to be able to, go into a store and buy some groceries. Okay, so now we're getting to the time where I went to Memento Mori, which is the Haunted Mansion shop, and just bought a ton of stuff. The first thing I got is the Mickey Mouse main attraction Haunted Mansion pin. This was $30, which was definitely more than I would want to spend on a pin, but I know that it's limited edition. So the main attraction series, they had a dozen, I guess they released a different one every month of the 50th year. So they had a bunch, and this was the Haunted Mansion one. They had some for Dumbo, they had some for the Carousel, for the Jungle Cruise. I think they had some Pirates ones. There were a bunch of attractions that were featured, but obviously my heart lies with the Haunted Mansion. And this is, let's see if we can see Mickey a little bit better. There we go. I do like that it's the classic styled Mickey, and he is wearing just like the suit that the people that run the Haunted Mansion wear, and he's got like the band on his top hat is the wallpaper, like my ears. Very, very cute, very, very fun. Very, very expensive. Then I picked up, this is, there's a couple things in here. Come to me things. There we go. I got myself some pop sockets. The top one is the Haunted Mansion wallpaper. The bottom one is Madame Leota, and it's kind of got like the glitter in it. These were $35, but they should last me forever. My current pop socket is starting to wear off at the moment. So I am about due for a new one. So there's 2 and they're interchangeable, which is very nice. Again, yes, overpriced, but I like them a lot, so I'm happy to have these. I might save them until I get a new phone case, I'm not sure. Then what do we have in here? Oh, there's some pins. Did forget about some pins. One of them is not for me, so I picked up some pins. This one it's very cute. It's just Mickey Mouse's Spaceship Earth. This one is one of the 50th anniversary ones that says, I was part of the magic, and it's got like the Fab Five on it. Minus Pluto. No Pluto. Whatever. This one is not for me, so Claire, if you're watching this, don't look. But I did manage to find her a pin with Loki on it. Loki is her favorite. And I'm going to send that to her. It's going to be, she's going to love it, I hope. The last thing in this bag was the last thing I picked up from Memento Mori. And the reason that I went into Memento Mori to begin with, because I told myself that I was only going to buy one article of clothing. Because it's bulky, I have a lot of clothing to begin with. Like, I literally had a different Disney or Haunted Mansion, basically, I had a different Haunted Mansion shirt or dress for every day we were down there, even if I didn't wear all of them. Hi, Michael! And as so, I got myself a new Spirit jersey. Now, I already have a Spirit jersey. This one is Haunted Mansion themed, much like my other one, but this one has Madame Leota on it. Where is she? There she is. Oh my gosh. This was not cheap. This was, I want to say this was like almost $70, $80, but because I'm a Disney card member, I get like 15% off. And I like the Spirit jerseys. They're very, very cozy. This one's a bit more lightweight than my other Spirit jersey, but my other Spirit jersey was a gift. And this one glows in the dark. I was just, looking for something. Oh, I think I'm gonna take these guys off my shoulder. At least I'm gonna take Figment off my shoulder right now. He's I'm moving a bit too much to keep these in place. But I wanted the Spirit jersey because it was a little bit cooler than I expected it to be. I didn't end up wearing it while we were there because I had plenty of other stuff. But it's going to be nice. They're nice for just kicking around the apartment. They're nice for doing like chores, and they're very durable and super comfortable. So that was my biggest purchase. Then we have the box that was most of the stuff that was shipped to us. And the first thing, this was not shipped, but he's in the box anyway. I also decided to limit myself to like one full-size plush. And when we were in Germany, we saw these adorable Steiff plush. There was Winnie the Pooh, there were a couple of others, but I found this Dumbo plush. And you can tell he's Steiff because he's got the button in his ear. But he was just the sweetest little thing. He has such a cute face. He's got beans in his butt, so he sits. And he's just like perfect hug ball, like perfect for hugs. He was $40, I think, but again, that's one of those things that I also expect for Steiff. Steiff is not an inexpensive brand, but like, look at that little face, and you tell him no, you can't. He's like, please be my friend, please. Oh my gosh, I'm a sucker and a mark. Then I have to go down into the box, but I digress. This was actually, so this thing here is the first thing that I purchased. Because I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to find it. There were limited stock, but it is one of the pop rides, and it is Mickey as the graveyard keeper in the Doom buggy. And I do have a collection of Haunted Mansion Funko Pops. They're not here. They're at the filming room, actually. I don't really have anywhere here that I can display them at the moment. So, once we get the new place, whenever that happens to be, hopefully I will be able to bring those into the filming studio. We can have them over there. Let's see what else is in the box. Right. So, I'm back. So we stayed at the Disney's Pop Century, which was very fun. We stayed in the 80s section, so there was a big Rubik's Cube right at the end of our room. I think I put some footage of that in the previous video. But the cool thing about Pop Century is that it is a Skyliner resort, which allows you to take the Skyliner as transportation from your resort to either Epcot or Hollywood Studios. So I wanted to kind of commemorate that. It was pretty fun. It was like a big chairlift, like an enclosed cabin chairlift. I haven't really seen anything like this. But I found they had a Haunted Mansion wrapped Skyliner cabin figure, toy, display piece, and it's awesome. We did not end up in any of the Haunted Mansion racked cabs while we were there, but I saw this and I was like, oh my gosh, I need this. This is very, very important for, you know, just kind of how we enjoy celebrating things and remember things, because we like transportation. But this was 20 bucks. I don't remember how much this was, but I think it was also about 20 bucks, maybe a little bit more. And I think the last thing in the box, the last thing I'm going to be showing off the next to last thing I'm going to be showing off for today, I apologize, is we got ourselves an ornament as well. And it's cute. It's just a little replica of the Partners statue, which I have gotten a lot more appreciation for the creativity and inspiration of Walt Disney over the past couple of years. So this is cute. It's fun. It's going to be on our holiday tree. This was $25, but it was very nice. The cast member who was at the little shop in Epcot right when you go from the international, you go through the international gateway and it's like right over there. She wrapped it up super, super tightly because she's like, I've seen a lot of the hands break off or Mickey's nose breaks off, so we want to make sure that this is like nice and durable for you, which I appreciated that, so thank you as well. The final thing is not technically a purchase from the parks, but Michael and I fell in love. I mean, I was already there, but I showed Michael the Mexico boat ride, Grand Fiesta Tour. So if you were in Epcot, in the Mexico Pavilion, they have a small boat ride that goes through the back, and it's a cute little story about the Three Caballeros. And they just want, they lose Donald and they need to find where he's gone so they can do their performance at the end. There's LED fireworks in the sky and animatronics, and it's a lot of fun. So we got home and I was looking on Shop Disney because they were having a sale, and they had a very cool Grand Fiesta Tour poster. And I sent it to Michael, and he didn't get that one, but he managed to find, this is the poster that they have in the pavilion itself with the Three Caballeros, and that song gets stuck in my head all the time. So I'm very excited. We're gonna put this up somewhere. I think I know where I want to put it up in the apartment, but we're very definitely gonna have to find somewhere cool and fun to put it in the new place, wherever and whenever that ends up being. But I think that is going to be it for my Disney World haul. This is kind of a long video. I might be able to trim it down some, but I'm seeing it's already 25 minutes. I'm so sorry, but I hope you enjoyed it. I had a great time on the trip. It was a lot of fun. I'm glad we got to go, and we're planning to go again for our 5-year anniversary in a couple of years. So we'll see. We'll see how that works out. But anyway, friends, thank you so much for hanging out today, for liking, commenting, and subscribing. If you'd like to see more Disney World videos, you're in luck. I actually do have a couple more, and I will link some at the very end of this one. Everybody take care, be well, and I will see you in the next video. Later. Oh my god, I forgot Figment. We got the Figment popcorn bucket. He's got this really awesome Epcot 40th strap, which is adorable because I'm a big Epcot fan, but it's the popcorn bucket. They had tons of them this year. We did not need to wait in line for 6 hours, and you just kind of like push down and open up the back, and there's a piece of my husband's hair on the inside. But you can put popcorn in there if you want, but I don't want. I just wanted Figment. I love Figment. This is my first popcorn bucket. He's a friend.